Donald Trump crossed the Atlantic to attend the Pope's funeral this Saturday, and he double crossed the Atlantic the Thursday before by refusing an interview with them and then turning around and agreeing to one at the last minute. So he sat with two reporters and Jeffrey Goldberg, the editor in chief, who Trump described earlier as a total sleazebag. Ostensibly, Trump agreed to the interview because they were going to talk about how great Trump is, which is Trump's favorite topic, but this one would focus on his unpredictable comeback win. So the interview, taking place one day before Trump flew to Rome, revealed two bombshell facts. The first of these is that no one is more responsible for Trump's success than the Biden White House communications team. And the second bombshell of the interview is that Trump is going back to his old TV days and is getting ready to fire someone. Which is ironic because Trump's political career was dead in the water the minute Mr. Poutyface got on a plane ride home to Mar-a-Lago rather than attend Joe Biden's funeral. And then two things happened. Because of the ridiculous deal that Trump made with the Taliban, the Afghan government collapsed in July and August of 2021. The ensuing evacuation brought back memories of the humiliating withdrawal from Vietnam, and the White House communications team was completely unprepared. It is the moment that the press turned on Biden. The 6-month honeymoon was officially over, and the press blamed Biden. All the military equipment America left behind was completely Trump's fault, but Biden got the blame. The collapse and necessity of evacuating over 100,000 people was blamed on Biden. The accomplishment of airlifting over 100,000 people went unnoticed, and all because the Biden White House communications team was incompetent and had no clue how to control the narrative, let alone frame it. A year and a half later, with Biden's poll numbers still depressed from Afghanistan, another Trump disaster occurred, this time in East Palestine, Ohio, where a Norfolk Southern train carrying toxic chemicals derailed. And why did the train derail? Because the Trump administration relaxed safety regulations for freight trains in 2017, making the incident largely inevitable. But the White House communications staff fumbled it. As The Atlantic tells it, Trump seized on the opportunity to capitalize on a comeback. They write, Trump's visit to East Palestine and the footage of him buying McDonald's for the first responders had a potent effect. People are living their lives and they don't delve that easily into policy, a woman across the border in the swing state of Pennsylvania told their colleague George Packer. All they know is that Trump was buying everyone McDonald's. And that, in a nutshell, tells the story. The Biden communications team was inept at framing narratives, promoting Biden accomplishments, which were many, and at preventing Trump from getting oxygen. We were all so enamored of Jen Psaki taking down Fox reporters that it wasn't clear that she was winning battles while the whole team was losing the media war. It was a familiar story. Democrats incompetent at communications, the Republicans masterful. But there's one thing Republicans don't do well, and that's govern. Trump's poll numbers are tanking, and as a result, he's going to start firing people. And the first to go is going to be Pete Hegseth. As The Atlantic reports,
and I actually think the most interesting quote was that quote about Hegseth saying he better get his act together. For him even to admit that his act needs to get together is something he usually doesn't do. And he is aware that the Defense Department right now is a mess, and that is a problem for him. And that's ultimately when you lose a job around Trump. If you start to make him look bad and he can do it on his terms and doesn't feel like he's capitulating to the press, he'll make a move. And I think Hegseth is clearly on a clear warning that if you don't get your act together, you're out, which probably should be the way you do it if you're losing all of your staff and you have a lot of controversy at what is kind of an important department. The Department of Defense kind of keeps us safe, as you do want sane, smart leadership there.
And does this come as any surprise to anyone? The only reason Hegseth was given the job is because he's a brown-noser with no morals. His job is to order the troops to do whatever Trump wants. Invade Greenland, invade the Panama Canal, and yes, maybe even invade Canada or attack protesters. Hegseth's only qualification is being a yes man. After his inevitable train crashes, caused by signal malfunctions, Hegseth is contributing to Trump's negative image, and Trump is making it clear that he will sacrifice Hegseth and find another yes man, of which there are plenty. And don't think the Republican senators will change their tune this time when a new yes man is nominated. If they do, they just look even more guilty that they approved Hegseth to begin with. And if the first Trump term taught us anything, it's that firing cabinet members never makes Trump look bad because it makes him look tough. The question at this point, with Republican poll numbers tanking, is how long do they keep supporting Trump? Because the only thing as disastrous as Pete Hegseth is their poll numbers. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.